Good day. Welcome in, Viley. We're just getting started on part two for this Elementalist. Let's do one more Gaullus run. See if we get lucky and actually get something useful. It'd be nice if we could just start with double Gaullus. You've started streaming it again, then, have you? Okay, I will have to make a note to check that out. So I know you were on hiatus for a while. Yeah, no, that makes a certain amount of sense. Got no one on in Grim Dawn, do a little farming, chat with people. Feral, I mean, it's always good to have someone else on, even if it's only for a little bit. We still have 63% poison res, which is not great. I really wish we really game. God, this game is trolling me so hard right now. All right, let's just push through to Blood Grove. Yeah, I haven't really heard much about any Season 8 updates. Master Halls, welcome in. Viley finished the Video R Archon. Nice. Sounds like terrible RNG, Master Halls. I'm sorry about that. Alright, Vit res of 50%. Let's be aware of that if we run into Bolvar. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, what do we... At some point we're going to craft a rune stone for the helm. That'll actually fix our poison res as well. And our aether res. I'm just being a little cheap with components because I obviously normal start it's not a problem, but with this I don't know exactly how much I have. So normally when you're playing with a merit, you want to immediately go to Coven after rescuing her to unlock their rep, but we don't have a merit in this game, so we can't do that. Joys of the fresh start. All right, we'll get this quest done. And then we will head back and deal with the rest of the Bloodgrove stuff. Wait, hold on. Do I have actual seals of binding in inventory? Or is this telling me I can do it because of my stash? Kiknosa, welcome in. I mean, it's an easy beginner build to start, which is one of the reasons I'm doing it. Alright, you know what? We are... So, Seals of Binding... Alright, let's... Alright, so... We have no actual Seals of Binding, so we can't do this shrine yet. Alright, apparently no one wants to drop me any Seals of Binding. We're just gonna have to go through Darkvale. And then come back to the Bloodgrove Shrine. Alright, well we have a... oh, we got a Seal of Binding. Now we have two. It rains, it pours, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna be good now. We'll go back to the shrine later, but... Maybe we can even get 4 and get the quest. Okay, we're up to 3. Overlords of Scorching. Is this... Okay, Bulwark. Yeah, this is actually the right one. That's, not for this build, but... That would be a very nice leveling shield if you're playing Rune Callistor. You'll probably get banned from the forums if you do that, but feel free. More Seals of Binding, very nice. not good impervious, so I'm not even gonna look at it. Okay, let's go back down to the Blood Grove and get the shrine there. Apparently, we forgot to get Melkadar's remains, so it's actually good that we're coming back. G2, welcome in. Yeah, we'll cover the screen with fire, see what happens. Alright, we'll get this, and we'll start on the Fire RR devotion. Believe we need 3 bloods for conflag, so be nice to get that, but we'll see what happens. We might need to run Ectoplasm just to reduce mana issues. Feels a little bit bad, but what can you do? Alright, there's a Blood of Cthon. Very nice. Okay, Flamebrand is... Okay, requires a bunch of cunning as well, so they're probably not bothering with that. But when we get to Malmouth, we will definitely try to get a Flame Strife, I think. That's probably going to be, unless we get a crazy bit of RNG with something better. I think Flame Strife for just the extra fire damage is going to be pretty good. Alright,
I am told when the Legion was forced to abandon the capital, I've already.
You're here.
that's level 36. Yeah, you got your insignias. Alright, so we just, for now, just, yeah, this will start putting some points in Thermite Mine and Blast Shield to continue to push the Shaman Master a bit. Alright, so Gallus Ring, do we have any, I think we had one that was passable. Alright, Tempest of Alacrity. I don't really want to lose Poison Aether. Poison Vit. Ellie, we can kind of, yeah. These really are not good rolls. Alright, we're gonna need to dump some stuff into Item Assistant. I think we're going to have to do some more Gallus runs later. Alright, so we'll drop this in. I guess Thunderstruck of Attack is... And we can sell some things as well. Let's get back here so that we're in our personal stash again. Alright. So, 173,000. What do we need for Conflag? Alright. 3 Bloods, which we have. Flint Core Bolts, which we need. Flint Core and Devil Touch Ammo, which we need to craft ourselves. Searing Ember for... Devil Touch Ammo is something that just drops, I guess. Okay, yeah, we have 2 of these and plenty of Searing Embers. Okay. Flint Core. And Conflag. 3 Bloods, which we have. Okay. Improved casing, that's not really that useful, but Alright, and we'll put Conflag on here. We'll put Cocktail and Thermite Mine. Do we get any ectoplasm? Alright, we got 3, so let's do that. Alright, 47 Aether Crystals. What do we need for a Wardstone? Or Runestone? 111, yeah, that's fine. And Runestone is just Wardstones, okay. And 3 of them. Used in head armor. Alright, that's going to mostly fix our poison res at least. We're kind of slowly getting to respectable resistances now. Ideally, we'll get a better belt as well, because this is pretty rough. Fortunately, right now we need Gallus rings that have resistances on them. We just have had 0 RNG with that, so... Alright, 55% Aether Res against Lucius. Here we go. We're good. Mage Storm of the Aether. Not bad. I don't think we need another low level one of those, but it can't hurt. Alright, let's at least get the next couple of rift gates, grab the... Yeah, I guess we'll grab the shrines that are in this area. I don't know how that's out there. It's interesting. Alright, so when we get to this shrine, we're going to drop a portal, get the rift gate, then port back, and do the two shrines in the Necropolis area that are not in Logorian's dungeon. Well, we can do this shrine here now, and then just port back for the next. Dervishes of Mending. Alright, let's get rid of the crossroads for now. I don't think we need it. And then we can start leveling our devotion.
Let me clear your mind of regret. Stay strong.
Good work down there. We cannot simply march. Took you long enough. The cult of it appears that the
Hey, welcome in, Meatball. Yeah, trying to get back to non-season. It's always rough when there's new content patches and the season mod doesn't include them. What kind of oppressor? It's one of my favorite classes. I just did the virtue one, but there's all sorts of goodness. Yeah. All right, we still apparently have mana issues.
You've returned. So our great. Good, you're back. I struggle to admit this. I must abandon my. You see the Luminari long.
Excuse me, my father and I were.
Siegebreaker oppressor. Okay. I did Siegebreaker with my Lokar set Warlord. Okay, we lose plus the Blackwater cocktail. I don't really think that's worth it. But I mean, if we're ever leveling a without Lokar and are playing AAR or Doombolt, I guess this can go in stash. That's. I need to look at the full expense version, not the budget version. Okay, so yeah, 4-piece Warborn plus Siegebreaker, Peerless Eye Baranath, Devastating of Ruin, Black Matriarch, Gladiator's Distinction, Mark of the Dreadblade, Bone Shatter, Colossal. You have a Seal of Might, which is going to help with, I believe, conversion as well as resistances and such. Attack speed's the only real weakness. But I think you get 12% more attack speed with Warborn active, so that's going to be up pretty much all the time anyway. So Suppressor is giving you Reaping Strike, Spectral Wrath, and a little bit Market Torment, and then Oathkeeper's doing the rest. Interesting. So what exactly is the belt doing? I guess it's converting the Vit from Reaping Strike, but because it's a two-handed bonus, which isn't doing anything for you. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it, of course, but I mean, I guess it's also a reasonably good fizz damage belt, but all right, what are you doing devotion wise? Okay, so Vire and Light of Empyrean and Azraka. Weapon pool skill percent is 30, 57, 86, and then 15 from the Oleron's blood, so 101. I mean, it's good phys res, good armor, reasonable health. DA is a little low, but not horribly so. Especially since yeah, when all this stuff is proccing, you're probably hitting pretty hard too. You got Deathstalker for additional RR. That should be good. All right. All right, let's go to Malmoth. I mean, playing Shattering Smash with something like the Warden Shield isn't terrible. It's not the best leveling experience, but this way you don't have to swap devotions out at 94. Okay, leg plates of valor. Those are going to be tempting. Just in general.
Whatever it is you think you're interested, if you see all of what you have, I can.
Yeah, you could potentially do Liar's Might. Alright, so we don't need flat RR, of course. And if we're going to go tree, we need a ton of blues. We probably take... Scarab has armor and stun res. Panther has OA, Cunning, Spirit, Energy Regen. I think we go Panther first. I know I have an endgame devotions list somewhere, but just figure it out on the fly and then make adjustments as necessary. We don't have the dynamite, so we don't really care about Craval either. Alright, so step one, let's see if Sylvaria is by Laria. Alright, so we'll go here, we'll kill Sylvaria, we'll come out. We don't really have a great place to drop the portal since there's some other quests we need to do anyway. And see if we get a few blooms while we're in here as well. Alright, head back out. We'll get the, the ghost that we kill for the Wendigo spirit, rescue the witches, then get the Barrow Home Rift. They might have. It's been a minute since I've looked at the patch notes. I mean, Drained Essence has received some buffs recently. But which patch, I can't remember. Alright, let's find the witches. Got damage scaling with ranks, nice. Alright, we got Thermite Mine to one of its breakpoints. We'll leave it there for now and continue to push Shaman. We got Blast Shield at 10, Thermite Mine at 13. The other stuff I'm not super worried about at the moment. We need a Leaf Mane Alpha Horn, so we'll come down here first. We got the Venom Gaze Bile already. Got the Alpha Horn, very nice. got one of these already. We're probably not going to bother clearing out the mine on normal unless we need to grind rep later, but for now, we're good.
You've returned the altar of return. Now that you have ever since deep beneath, you will find.
Okay, level 42. Right, so we just I think for now I'm just going to kind of push Shaman Mastery.
Go around and
And we'll fight Janaxium, maybe she'll drop a Flame Strife, which should be a decent upgrade in terms of fire damage. And we might farm her a couple of times just to try to get something decent. So yeah. Yeah, so let's take a quick... what's our... Okay, fire modifier is 485, so that's not amazing. Aether DE. Yeah, I think I saw someone do that recently or talk about it recently. We have a Flame Strife. And it's Poisoned of Sanctification. You gotta be kidding me on that one, but wow. That's just... I don't know what's worse. That is a bad roll, or that it's a bad roll that's an upgrade. I mean... This is just appalling, but... whatever. It's better than what we have. Farewell, Francis's gun. You served us well. Yeah, we definitely are going to get an upgrade on this, but at least it's a bit of an improvement for now. Well, I mean, that's... Okay, to be fair, that is for Conflag. What's it do for Cocktail? 10k. Yeah, okay, it's a big upgrade for either one, but... Fine. It's still a horrible prefix. I stand by that. Alright, fire damage. Enchanted Flint is... Alright, burning melee weapon shields caster offhands. Okay, so... Alright. Yeah, we've just upped our damage by about 50%. I'm not going to complain about that. I'll take it. We'll farm a better one later, but this is a substantial upgrade for us anyway.
Lydia was right about you.
Alright, so we can't progress any further with them. We'll go into the void. This is definitely something that we're gonna try to get an improvement on. I don't know what exactly, but... And yeah, we'll put conflict back here. So yeah, we were at 480 before, and now we're at 660.
Is that your mother? And enforce Ulgrim. Yes, you not I see.
we should get some Aether Shards and clusters in Melmoth. It's always good. Yeah, give it a shot. It's a it's better than Flames of Ignifar. That much at least I can tell you. Alright. Can't believe I'm actually thinking about this, but a quick Port Valbury trip to try for Watcher Belts might not be the worst thing to do right now. So we could get a plus demo or a plus shaman, and either I think would be fine for leveling, and then we can figure out something better later.
You better have a damn I don't. So this is what's left of gas. If you're serious, the ethereal.
Well, we do have a skeleton key, so maybe we actually do this. This feels horrible, but there's at least 2 chances that we get a decent belt. Our resistances, other than chaos, are basically fine. It's not like we can't use the Aether Crystals anyway, so... Oh yeah, we need dynamite. Okay, craft dynamite. Only problem with that is it's sort of technically not within the rules, because I probably have the blueprint, but there's no way you could ever get that blueprint on a self-found character when you're sided with Vigil. So my general rule with this is if it's a blueprint that's locked behind faction rep, I don't like to use it. If it's just a random blueprint that would be a random drop, I'm obviously not going to reset all my blueprints. Is Locksmere in Port Valbury on normal though? Because he used to not exist on Elite, except on Elite and Ultimate. Well, I guess we'll find out. We got another cluster if he is there. If it's Vit Drain Essence, I would just level as a spam Bone Harvest with the MIs. Yeah, there are DEMIs, but Spam Bone Harvest is just really smooth for leveling if you want to play Vit. But it's up to you. Some people like to play something that's a little closer to what they'll be doing for endgame. Although, I mean, both of them are stand and click right mouse, so it's not like it's that different of a skill when you're spamming Bone Harvest versus using Drain Essence. Alright, so I guess we're going to find out if they put Locksmere in on normal or not. This will be fun. We also really need a boot upgrade. So they're like level 14 boots. Which is pretty pitiful. Is that what I think it is? Okay, requires level 50, but... Yeah, Incorrupt, let me just... I want to check the values quickly. But... Alright, poison, aether... Alright, so it's really kind of crappy rolls for... Does Incorruptible just look terrible at low levels? But, I don't know, it's still +1 demo, it's still poison and vit res that are reasonable, a little bit of aether and chaos. Yeah, I think I'm going to say that's good enough. I don't need to be in Port Valbury anymore. So I'll put that on at level 50. Yeah, it's +1 demo with stun res. At the very least, that's worth it. And it's OA GA, so yeah, we're sticking with that. We'll keep these in case we reach a point where they're more useful than our current pants.
getting free. I've spoken for any.
Okay, let's see. All right, 7 and 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like we can take Ulo as a defensive option here and be alright. We'll see.
The outpost systems have a.
There you are. Well discussed.
Alright, so level 50 we have a new belt to put on, and we'll be getting some other gear upgrades probably around then. Alright, let's go back to the Steel Cap District. Maybe we'll do a quick Gaullus run as well, since we did reset. Alright, now I'm actually curious to check Grim Tools for a second. And it's incorruptible. When does this get good? Okay, I see what happened. It gave me a level 50 belt with level 36 incorruptible affix, because which is gives 8 to 10 Aether and Chaos. Level 50 gives 15 to 21. So realistically, if you get a level 50 affix, you're in pretty good shape, but we just kind of got screwed there. All right. Well, that is. I'm glad I know that. At least that's good to know. It's like the sort of the version of getting level 84 bases on a good rolled weapon, that kind of thing. But it's less of a problem for the long term, since we'll be swapping out that belt at some point anyway. So far, Gallus has not been our friend in terms of giving us rings with the good resistances. It's really the main thing I actually want. Really, lightning res. That is very much a thanks for nothing. Alright, back to Malmouth we go. Guess we put some points in oak skin. Bring up our resistances a little bit. I'm realizing I dropped the portal out of habit for the Black Iron Docks, but we are not going to have the rep to actually do that quest. So you have to be respected. I don't think we'll get there. Yeah, we're friendly. I think the way this works is after we finish killing Theoden, we can get respected and then do the quest. That seems familiar to me based on past playthroughs.
So this is what preliminary. Good work out there. Keep going. I believe in it.
The one-handed one, Meatball?
Walker tells me that I'm
Alright, yeah, so we can't do Black Iron Docks now. We just have to go kill Theoden. Yeah, that weapon makes for a pretty smooth leveling experience. It's like a similar playstyle to Drain Essence in that it's, you know, cast speed driven and you're basically standing in place. Obviously, Drain Essence is a bit of a different skill, but yeah. Fiend Leather is nice if you don't need any actual resistances. That's sort of the issue I have with it. Yeah, you'll use an identical devotion setup if you're a vid either way. And you can just switch gear and skill points at 94. Okay. Where do I already have a Light Plates of Valor? I'm not going to bother picking that up. We get better loot and money on Elite and Ultimate anyway. So... Low Valexteria. Arcane, let's see, Dominators of the Wolf. This is level 50. Our resistances aren't... Okay, we don't need storm... There's really no skills here we need. So I don't know how great that is. Yeah, I mean, the big question with Vitality Devotions is, do you want Dying God or do you want Abomination? Because you can't get both of them and Ratosh. Yeah, devotions are mostly solved at this point. I don't know if there's too much that can really be done about that without some substantial balance changes, but suppose we shall see. Keep pushing Shaman. Yeah, Mystic of Sanctification, that's about on brand for my Theoden drops. Also, Viley, don't tell them about that request because it might result in delaying Fang's Vastakarn for another 3 months.
been prepared. I'm talking about the Black Iron Docks.
Tell me. So, can't afford to.
Alright, what did interesting. Massive amount of armor. We lose stun res, but we get stun res from the belt. We lose poison vit res. We gain a bunch of chaos res. That's probably a fair trade. I seem to recall no new devotion points, but
Was the mission a success? I always knew I had for now.
okay, both of these nodes are going to be really good. Alright. What do we do? We've already got this shrine. Do we grab a couple? I don't want to actually do Forgotten Gods, but do we grab a couple shrines here? And probably do another Gaullist farm or two, see if we can get an upgraded weapon. Just have, and probably some better armor pieces, better boots. We've got stuff we definitely want to improve before we try to go to Elite. So, yeah, we're done with Malmoth. I think we'll do some farming now. And like I said, get a couple more shrines. I seem to... well, I have to kill Krieg for that anyway. I think we'll just do the temples, the one by the Leo ring and the other shrine here, and that'll be that. Once I go to, I mean, you definitely can backtrack, but once I get to Elite, I just want to stay there. Okay, battered shell, do we have that? I have to check. Yeah, I've got 9 of them. Alright, we're good. Alright, that is going to fix our poison res, except we want a little bit of overcap, of course. We'll get some more CC res. I'm realizing I was, when I was in Port Valbury, I should have gotten the shrine there, but I was just so focused on farming for the belts, I didn't even look into that. But yeah, if you find yourself in Port Valbury and you need the shrine, you might as well get the shrine there. Yeah, we may not stick with it for endgame, but it is going to get us to some affinity towards tree, and it's just so bloody nice defensively. CC res and everything else. Empowered fiend leather girdle, I mean... it's literally... wait, did I even pick this up? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. So yeah, no resistances. It's just it feels so bad to wear that belt. No, I finished Panther. And welcome in, Wormu. Alright, so now we get all the CC res, and we'll get the cleansing waters next. That'll get us to 6 and 12 yellow and blue. We'll take probably Crossroads for the 7, and then... Of course. Like, we're regen builds, I feel like we have to go Lizard. Yeah, like, we definitely go Lizard. And then it's, I guess there are a couple of other ways we can possibly go to get the rest of the affinity. All right, let's reset. Let's try Gallus again. I'm pretty sure I did that for Dreeg's Evil Eye Wormu. If it's the offhand I'm thinking of. Judar, yeah, it's at least you have a 100% chance of getting a Gallus ring to drop versus a 1/3 chance of getting a Flame Strife. So that makes it a tiny bit better, but he's been dropping absolute garbage. I mean, the only positive thing is we might actually end up getting Coven to Respected just by killing Gallus over and over. And, obviously the stuff on the way to him. Hellion Greaves. Okay, these are level 50, and they are... Okay, they don't have... It's plus the Blast Shield instead of Blockwater Cocktail, but we have to take the armor upgrade. Superior of Corrosion. Let's see what we get. That would not surprise me given the kinds of drops we've been getting, though. Not too far off. And it's also level 60. So rip even being able to use it. Alright, we might as well try for the Flame Strife as well. Is level 50, we can at least put on some new gear. So I'm kind of trying to kill some mobs. Let's get a few blooms out of this. We'll need them later. Alright, so Janaxia, if she doesn't have the Flame Strife, we just reset. Alright, we'll do Gallus, then Janaxia. I'll just keep doing some farming. I think we'll try to get a better pair of incendiary shoulder plates. Hopefully that good fortune continues. Yeah, that'll play. What level is it? Max level or just a leveling item? But either way, nice. Alright, Coven is almost respected, so we'll be able to get the Restoring the Wards quest, which is just a bit more rep. Which is nice to have. Black Legion I would like to be honored, but... Okay, Demonic of Attack requires level 60. You know, it's OA and stun res. Like, it could be worse a little bit. Like, these are at least not insultingly bad drops. They're not great for me, but you know, they're at least doing something. Level 70, yeah, that's a really nice kind of second half of leveling item. So Gallus. Janaxia. How do we get Black Legion rep is alright, killing Ethereal Vanguard, Outcast quest bounties, right? So and we're respected with Coven, so we can do that quest. Alright, let's see if Janaxia has a Flame Strife for us. Nope. Alright. Gallus one more time. Again, we're not going to be able to use these rings most likely until level 60. So that'll be next stream at this point. but we can at least get some farming done so that we have stuff to equip as we're leveling up. Void Touch of Arcane Balance. I mean, it's has some resistances. It's not the worst belt we could possibly get. Or sorry, not the worst ring we could possibly get.
I think I am not far.
Yeah, right. We'll do this quest as well. We won't get the honored one, but it's a little bit more rep and a little bit more experience. And we'll see if she has a flame strife this time again. Yes. Yes, she does. Aggressive of corrosion. Okay. Wow.
Have you good? I can already feel power.
Alright, I think if we wander around Crown Hill for a bit, we might be able to get ourselves to honored with the Black Legion. 8600, like, we're pretty close. And if we could buy the writ, that'll help us going forward. Plus, we're almost level 50. Level 50 at least. So we can switch some gear out. So 8,800. It's it's a fresh start in terms of finding gear. So if I get super lucky and end up with 4 pieces of Infernal Knight, or I'd probably let myself craft the helm if I got 3 normal pieces. Otherwise, probably custom with the greens and whatever else I can cobble together. All right, 9,000.
I underestimated you in courage. Will not make that mistake again. You will never stop us.
Yeah, Blackwater Cocktail really takes off once you get the offhand. All right. Guess we reset. We'll try Gallus and Janaxia again. A little bit more rep grind, but before we do that, we can at least put some new gear on. So we are level 50. So alright, so yeah, first things first, where's the Watcher belt? Let's go somewhere with an inventor.
Tinkering is my specialty.
Okay. So Pierce is the only top row resistance with a problem at the moment. Let's see, what else can we get? So stun res is 59. If I take this off, we lose most of our poison overcap. We lose some away. Stun res goes to 38, which is... I mean, I guess we're basically swapping the stun res on the legs for the belt, and then leg plates of valor will give us pierce and bleed res and health and DA. I think... I mean, these are not the best anyway. It's a pretty crappy OA roll. The health regen is nice, though. That's the only thing. Yeah, but I don't think the health regen is enough to justify losing the armor. So, here we go. Alright, Tempest of Alacrity, Pierce Bleed, Poison. Oh, Pierce we don't. I guess Pierce Poison we still kind of need. Why did I get nothing in the Gall Strings with Pierce Res? Aether and Elemental. Well, we don't need Aether. Alright, Vigorous. We're going to go to Cronley and see if we can get an upgrade on armor. Oh, and we have boots. What am I doing? Preserving of attack, so that's what. More armor, we get Vit Res. It's not really great. Hellion Greaves are plus the blast shield. And more armor, more damage. We lose the we need the armor desperately, so probably take the Mark of the Traveler off, but yeah, run speed 120. All right, let's get the Mark of the Traveler moved over. We need better boots. These gloves are awful, and amazingly, we just have not had anything drop for gloves. So, all right, back to where we were. Yeah, that's nice to have just very little on the bar. All right, reset.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. Iron well spent. I'll keep your stash safe. I'll keep an eye on this. See anything you like? Iron well spent. See anything you like? Iron well spent.
All right, Flame Strife, Gallus, maybe Moneybags Martin. I mean, farming for an SSF build can always be a little bit rough at times. I wouldn't say this is anything crazy out of the ordinary. Like, the damage from Blackwater Cocktail is perfectly fine. We're getting some rep. We're getting a few Ogden Blooms along the way. Like, this is all stuff we ultimately are going to need. Never mind, Janaxi. Don't need to see you. Got the wrong weapon. Alright, so I've got usable Gallus rings. They're not great, but they'll essentially do. So I think this will be our last Gallus run. Rime Frost of Corrosion. It's literally Aether Res is the only thing that has for me, and that's... No, we're putting that back on the ground where it belongs. That doesn't even deserve to be picked up. Alright, let's go kill Valexteria. You might be the only one who does that. It probably depends on if you had specific augments you were planning on using already, like if you Grim Tools out the build. I usually, by the time I hit 94, I know what I'm gonna ultimately need from a faction. It's nice poison res, but... Let's see, 9,500. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get the Black Legion up to Honored. I think what we do historically for them is we pop down to normal just to kill the Council once we have the writ. But Black Legion I actually kind of want. If you're swapping gear, if you're swapping a bunch of gear and not kind of fully farmed at 94, then that does make some sense. But if you have your endgame gear picked out, you're not going to need to worry about that. Okay, 9994, so we are insanely close. Honored with Black Legion, perfect. Buy the writ. Never seriously, Wormu. I think, gosh, like, 25 plus years ago, a little bit, but nothing, nothing significant. Okay. So by the writ, those things are not cheap. Do they have anything I want? Fire damage and OA, I mean... feel like I don't even want to bother with that. Not really, no. The thing with Magic is it's just... at some point you just have way too much of a commitment in terms of having to buy new cards to stay current and things like that. And, you know, it's fair enough that's their business model, but I like I buy Grim Dawn and I just figure out as much as I can in this game for a very long time. We're going to reset. I don't remember what I did before farming Theo or Legion Rep. But I mean, we got a Flame Strife. We've made some progress here. We're probably going to get upgrades on a lot of these things. Let's go Janaxi again. I mean, it'd be nice to just have a double, even a double useful roll. Poisoned is just terrible. Sanctification is not the worst, but it's not great. And maybe we do some a little bit more Cronley just to see if we can get a better incendiary shoulder plate with resistances. Yeah. I feel like playing a collectible card game casually can be kind of just be a little bit rough just because there's still like that pressure to buy new stuff. Okay, Janaxia doesn't have anything. Janaxia, leave me alone. I don't even want your weapon. Yeah. Crate is very much a, we want to make our games, leave us in peace, we'll release them when we're ready, give us money, and okay, we'll let you do a supporter pack if you really want to. Alright, Shrewd of Scorched Rune and Scorched End. Okay, +3 Thermite Mine. Yet this has no resistances, okay. Mighty of Readiness, Merciless of Scorching, like it's more armor, but it's still clearly garbage. I'll do like 1 or 2 more runs of Cronley and try to see if we get something from Janaxia. Then that'll be that. Yeah, I'd rather have my resists fully sorted on Elite. That's just good practice, but I'm also not going to spend forever farming nonsense on normal. Got a little free dynamite. Can't complain too much about that. Yeah, we're not gonna bother with Cronley. We'll go outside. It's like, give me an impervious, good impervious of literally anything on the shoulders. Okay, Ancient of Spines of. All right, so it's a lower level item, which isn't great. It's worse Pierce Res. So no, we're not gonna use that. We'll take the dynamite. It's at least something. All right. One more run for Janaxia, one more run for Cronley's gang, and then we are going to call it. All right, you have a flame strife. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, this is a tragedy of an item. Alright, I'll check Cronley's gang one last time. Do Moneybags Martin as well. Maybe we'll get a medal with some decent resistances on it. So it does give +3 to Thermite Mine. No, I'm just gonna kill Janaxi on repeat. Laria gives me a Wendigo spirit. Mage Storm of... Like, thing is, Mage Storm of Thunder is a decent roll if you're playing a lightning build. We're just not, so it's bad for us. Stalwart, Incendiary, Shoulder Plate of Scorching. I mean, again, this is one of those, it's more armor, but... And it's a better fire damage roll, better burn damage roll. If we put this on, how much health do we lose? Actually not that much health. It's probably worth it for the armor. This is Shrewd of Destruction. It's more fire damage. I mean, it's all fire strike bonuses, which are kind of worthless for us, but... It's elemental and chaos res. Alright, we'll see if we get anything better, and then we'll just swap stuff out and Impenetrable of Vitality. Wait, that's... Well, it's low level, but it's actually the resistances we want, so I'll have to see. Because we need the Pierce res. Hey, it's still an armor upgrade over the Milton Helm, so... Get some random gloves that are garbage. Mighty Incendiary Shoulder Plates of Scorching. Alright, let's go to town. We farm what we're gonna farm. And we'll be starting on Elite on Saturday. Okay, so we got Stalwart of Scorching or Mighty of Scorching. This is Impenetrable of Vitality. 435 health, Pierce res. I think that's kind of worth losing the armor. Especially since we're playing Cocktail, we're trying not to get hit that much. Alright, this is Pierce Chaos. It's... Okay, 8% fire damage is all we're losing for better resistances and armor. I think that just goes on. This goes on. We take Mighty. Let's put the Silk Swatch. Okay, so 39 over, 11 over. Alright, we need a little help with poison res, I guess. But other than that, we are looking decent for Elite, so let's just sell off a few items. And let's see who's on. This is a level 50 Elementalist. We're still going to try to get a better flame strife at some point, but and I think the other thing, probably upgrade our metal, and we will probably get a better Shambler's Amulet, because there's the higher level ones have like OA to flame touched. Yeah, all right. Let me give you guys a Grim Tools for where we are now. All right, who's on? All right, I can send you guys over to Magifer. Appreciate everyone hanging out. We'll be back on Saturday at around 8 a.m. Eastern Time US. We'll be starting up Elite. Hopefully now that we have a decent number of items, it'll be progressing a little bit faster. But yeah, let's raid Magi, give him the old jump scare. See if we can time it well. All right, raid is ready to go, and have a good one. I'll see you next time.